The shrill sound of my alarm clock pierces through the silence of my bedroom, signaling the start of another day. I groan, reluctantly pulling myself out of the warm embrace of my blankets. With a tired sigh, I stumble over to the window and pull back the curtains, greeted by the soft glow of dawn breaking through the darkness. As I go through the motions of my morning routine, my mind drifts to the day ahead. Another day at the office, another round of meetings, emails, and deadlines. It's a routine I've grown all too familiar with over the years, each day blending into the next in a blur of monotony. Downstairs in the kitchen, I find my roommate Sarah already sipping on her morning coffee, her laptop open in front of her. "Morning, Anna," she greets me with a tired smile. "Morning, Sarah," I reply, pouring myself a cup of coffee. "Any plans for today?" "Just the usual," she says with a shrug. "Work, gym, maybe catch up on some Netflix later. You?" Same old, I sigh, taking a sip of my coffee. "Guess we're creatures of habit, huh?" Sarah nods in agreement, her gaze returning to the screen in front of her. We fall into a comfortable silence, the only sound in the room the gentle hum of the coffee machine. As I finish my coffee and gather my things, I can't help but feel a pang of longing for something more. Is this all there is to life? I wonder as I head out the door, the sun rising steadily in the sky. Only time will tell. The fluorescent lights of the office buzz overhead as I make my way to the break room, in desperate need of a caffeine fix to jumpstart my day. As I reach for a mug, I hear a voice behind me. "Need a pick-me-up?" The voice is warm and friendly, with a hint of mischief. I turn around to find a tall, handsome man standing there, a smirk playing on his lips. His name tag reads Alex. I can't help but smile back. Isn't that the whole point of coffee? I quip, feeling a flicker of amusement in the pit of my stomach. He chuckles, the sound sending a shiver down my spine. "Touché, Alex, by the way," he says, extending his hand. "Anna," I reply, shaking his hand firmly. "Nice to meet you." We fall into easy conversation, the minutes slipping by unnoticed as we talk about everything from work to our favorite TV shows. There's a spark between us, a connection that I can't quite put my finger on. As we part ways, Alex slips me a small piece of paper. "In case you ever need a coffee buddy," he says with a wink before disappearing around the corner. I clutch the paper in my hand, feeling a rush of excitement coursing through my veins. Maybe today won't be so routine after all. The days turn into weeks, and before I know it, Alex has become a constant presence in my life. We grab coffee together before work, steal moments during lunch breaks, and linger in the office long after everyone else has gone home. It feels like we've known each other for years, not just a few short weeks. One evening, as we sit side by side on a park bench, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Alex turns to me with a nervous smile. "Anna, there's something I want to talk to you about," he begins, his voice tinged with uncertainty. I turn to face him, curiosity piqued. "What is it?" He takes a deep breath, his eyes never leaving mine. "I know this might sound crazy, but I want us to live together." I blink, caught off guard by his sudden confession. "Live together?" I repeat, my mind racing to catch up. Alex nods, his gaze unwavering. "I know it's soon, but I can't imagine my life without you, Anna. And my parents, they're getting older, and I worry about them being alone. I want us to take care of them, together." I'm speechless, the weight of his words sinking in. It's a lot to take in, but there's no denying the sincerity in his eyes. I don't know what to say. I stammer, feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of his proposal. Alex reaches for my hand, his touch grounding me in the moment. "You don't have to say anything now," he says softly. "Just think about it, okay?" I nod, unable to tear my eyes away from his. In that moment, surrounded by the soft glow of the setting sun, I know that whatever the future holds, I want him by my side. The ticking of the clock echoes in the otherwise silent room as I sit at the kitchen table, my hands trembling as I clutch the stack of papers in front of me. Each word on the page is like a dagger to my heart, revealing a truth I never wanted to face. "Anna, what's wrong?" Sarah's voice cuts through the silence, her eyes filled with concern as she enters the room, her morning coffee in hand. I look up, tears welling in my eyes, and hold out the papers for her to see. "It's Alex," I choke out, my voice barely above a whisper. Sarah's eyes widen as she reads the contents of the papers, her hand flying to her mouth in shock. "Oh, Anna," she whispers, her voice filled with sympathy. I had no idea. I shake my head, my heart heavy with betrayal. Neither did I say, my voice trembling with anger and hurt. How could he keep something like this from me? Sarah reaches out, squeezing my hand in silent support. I don't know, Anna, she says softly, but you deserve better than this. I nod, my resolve hardening with each passing moment. You're right, I say, wiping away the tears that threaten to spill over. I won't let him get away with this. As I gather my strength, I know that confronting Alex won't be easy, but I refuse to let him deceive me any longer. It's time to face the truth and take back control of my life, no matter the cost. The weight of Alex's revelation hangs heavy in the air as I sit at the kitchen table, the silence between us deepening. My mind races, trying to process the enormity of what he's just told me. Finally, I break the silence, my voice trembling with emotion. How could you keep something like this from me, Alex? I ask, my words a mixture of anger and hurt. He hangs his head, unable to meet my gaze. I didn't want to burden you with my problems, he says quietly, his voice barely above a whisper. I thought I could handle it on my own. I shake my head, disbelief coursing through me. But we're supposed to be a team, I say, my voice filled with frustration. We're supposed to share everything, the good and the bad. Alex looks up, his eyes pleading for understanding. I know, Anna, he says earnestly. And I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner. I take a deep breath, trying to calm the storm of emotions raging inside me. What are we going to do? I ask, my voice barely audible over the pounding of my heart. Alex reaches for my hand, his touch grounding me in the moment. I don't know, he admits, his voice filled with uncertainty. But whatever it takes, we'll get through this together. I nod, a sense of determination settling over me. We will, I say, squeezing his hand tightly. We'll figure it out, no matter what. With a shared glance filled with determination, we know that the road ahead won't be easy. But as long as we have each other, we'll weather the storm together, one step at a time. The house is eerily quiet as I sit alone in the dimly lit living room, the weight of Alex's betrayal heavy on my shoulders. His words echo in my mind, each one a painful reminder of the deception that has torn our relationship apart. I clutch the stack of papers in my hand, the evidence of his affair staring back at me in black and white. How could he do this to me? I wonder, my heart aching with hurt and anger. Suddenly, the front door creaks open, and Alex steps into the room, a forced smile plastered on his face. Hey, Anna, he says, his voice strained with tension. I look up, my eyes cold as ice. Don't hey, Anna, me, I snap, my voice laced with bitterness. We need to talk. Alex's smile falters, his eyes widening in alarm. Anna, I can explain, he stammers, his words coming out in a rush. It's not what you think. I hold up the stack of papers, my hands trembling with rage. I know about her, Alex. I say, my voice barely above a whisper. I know about your affair. His face pales, his expression one of guilt and shame. Anna, please, he pleads, taking a step towards me. I made a mistake, but I love you, and I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. But his words fall on deaf ears as I shake my head, my resolve hardening with each passing moment. It's too late for that, Alex. I say, my voice filled with finality. You broke my trust, and I can't forgive you for that. With a heavy heart, I rise from my seat, the weight of his betrayal too much to bear. As I walk out the door, leaving Alex behind, I know that this is the end of our relationship. But as painful as it may be, it's the only way forward. The courtroom is a flurry of activity as I sit at the plaintiff's table, my hands clenched tightly in my lap as I wait for the proceedings to begin. Beside me, my lawyer flips through a stack of papers, a look of determination etched on her face. Are you ready for this, Anna? She asks, her voice filled with confidence. I nod, my jaw set with determination. I'm ready, I say, my voice steady despite the nerves that churn in my stomach. As the judge enters the room and calls the court to order, a sense of calm settles over me. This is it, I remind myself. The moment I've been waiting for. The proceedings begin, and my lawyer lays out our case with precision and expertise. She presents the evidence of Alex's betrayal, the financial burden he's placed on me, and the emotional toll it's taken on my life. As Alex sits on the other side of the courtroom, his expression a mixture of guilt and remorse, I feel a sense of satisfaction wash over me. He may have thought he could get away with his actions, but I refuse to let him off the hook so easily. Finally, it's my turn to speak, and I stand before the judge with confidence. Your Honor, I begin, my voice steady and strong. I demand justice for the betrayal and deceit that has been inflicted upon me. I demand alimony from Alex, repayment of the debt I paid on his behalf, and compensation for the house renovation. As I make my case, I feel a sense of empowerment coursing through me. No longer am I the victim of Alex's betrayal. I am a survivor, a fighter, and I will not rest until I've reclaimed what is rightfully mine. The judge listens intently to my words, weighing the evidence before him with careful consideration, and when he finally delivers his verdict, I feel a sense of relief wash over me. In light of the evidence presented, the judge declares, his voice echoing through the courtroom, I find in favor of the plaintiff, Anna. Alex is hereby ordered to pay alimony, repay the debt incurred on his behalf, and compensate Anna for the house renovation. As the gavel falls, signaling the end of the proceedings, I feel a weight lift off my shoulders. Justice has been served, and I am finally free to move forward with my life. Turning to my lawyer, I offer her a grateful smile. Thank you, I say, my voice filled with gratitude, for everything. She smiles back, her eyes shining with pride. You did this, Anna, she says, her voice filled with admiration. You stood up for yourself and fought for what you deserve. And that, to me, is the true definition of redemption.